There we go. Sorry, guys. You can hear me now? Perfect. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. We were on the other one and then it signed me out. So now I'm here. But thanks for jumping over here with me. Let's see who's here. We got Hannah and Sarah, Nyla and Olivia, Nathan and Emmy are here. Ruben and Levin are here. Holden and Hannah are here. The Morrison family's here. Hey, guys. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. I'm still going to give it a couple minutes because we're still waiting for a couple people to jump on. Isaiah's here. Wow, this is awesome. Victoria and Alyssa are here. Hi, guys. Nice to see you guys. Well, I can't really see you. I always want to say that. Nice to see you. But I can't technically see you, but that's okay. So we are in the month of January, and technically this is the last week of January, but I don't know if you remember, but in January, at the beginning of January, we started our curriculum 1 week late. So that means next week, although it's February, we're still going to be doing our January curriculum, and that will be our last week of doing January curriculum. So before I start, does anybody know what we're learning about this month? Not what the memory verse is, but what's the big bottom line, really? Like, what are we learning about? I'm going to put it on the screen. But before I do, I want to see if you guys remember what it is. Hey, guys. Got a whole bunch of people joining. Rachel, good morning. Zahar and Zion, good morning. Zoe and Naomi are here. I'm just based on your username, I'm remembering who it is. James is here. Ethan and Manasseh are here. Awesome. Good job, guys. Okay. You guys remember what we're learning about? Adeline is here. Good morning. Benjamin and Emma are here. Love God, love others. Yeah, well, that was our first video, and that's what we were learning about. Oh, Solomon said it. Responsibility. Kurz and Maya said it. You're right. We're learning about responsibility. Here it is. Rules of life. Play well, finish strong. Responsibility. Let's see if we got it here. There we go. Responsibility, showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. And that is what we're learning. And do you guys know the memory verse? I think we all know it pretty well. So I'm going to throw it up on the board here, and we're going to take a look at it together. Okay, here it is. Suppose you could be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke 16:10, nerve. Luke 16:10, nerve. And that's what we're learning about, guys. And this is a memory verse that we learned a couple years ago, and we're learning it again, which is so, so great. So I don't know if you guys remember, but last week, we didn't have time to do the scavenger hunt, so I promised this week that we were going to do it at the beginning, and we were going to have 2 winners. So we're going to do it now, and I'm going to let you guys know what we're going to be doing next week, and it's going to be pretty fun. So I'm going to let you guys know. But I'll show you what prizes I have here, and if these prizes aren't the ones that you want, I've got some other ones in the back. If you're like, Leader Cindy, can I see another prize? I'll bring another prize. So I've got these rainbow loom elastics. 3,000 to be exact. There's all the colors. Look at that. And I got this basketball hoop that you can and a mini basketball. Like that. So you guys could hook this onto your, I think you could hook it onto your door and practice your dunks, practice shooting, and rainbow loom. You guys make cool stuff with rainbow loom. So those are the prizes, and I've got some more too. If you guys really aren't into any of those ones, you guys can let me know. So we are going to do the scavenger hunt. Let me just make sure Leader Abigail is ready to go with our scavenger hunt, and we'll start. Let's see. James, did you get your prize? We mailed out your prize, but Canada Post did announce that they are quite behind. with their packages. So if you haven't got it yet, it was shipped out. We're just waiting for it to get to you. Okay, so hopefully you did get it. But oh, he said he hasn't got it yet. Not yet. Okay, so we did ship it. You just got to be a little bit patient because Canada Post, there's so many things going in the mail and it's taking a little bit slower. So and that goes for the 2 people that win today too. We're gonna mail it out this week, but you might have to wait a little bit because Canada Post is behind on all their deliveries, okay? Okay, awesome. Okay, we are ready. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna put my email in. You guys know how to play the game. And guys, there's gonna be a new game that we play next week, and I'm really, really excited about it. So you guys will be too. You guys will be really excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. But I'm not going to tell you about it just yet. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get my email out and ready. Okay, it'd be nice if I could find my email. There it is. I was searching for my email. Okay, are you ready? What are we looking for? Leader Abigail is going to put in the chat what you guys are looking for, and then you guys got to run around and get it, and you're going to send it to me in my email. You don't have to write anything. You just have to send it, okay? So Leader Zoe and Naomi, Leader Abigail is going to put it in the chat in a second. When I say go, she's going to put it in the chat, and then you guys can look at that, okay? So it's not in the chat just yet. All right. Are we ready? Are we set? Okay, go. Is it in the chat? Is it in the chat? It's coming. Okay. A bag or backpack, toilet paper, a bowl, something that starts with W, and something that starts with F. A bag or backpack, toilet paper, a bowl, something that starts with W, and something that starts with F. Okay, I have my email out here, and I am waiting for these lovely, lovely emails. Anjay's here. Good morning. Ooh. Let's see who's going to get it in first. Oh! I think I got a winner, chicken dinner. Okay, I got a first winner. And who's my second place? Who's my second place? Let me see. Okay, I got 2 winners. Okay, my first, let's see, a bag, a bowl, toilet paper, something that starts with W. I'm going to assume that that's that. And something that starts with F, I'm going to assume that that's that. Okay. First winners, the first people that got it in was Maya and Carissa. They've got a bowl, toilet paper, a bag, something that starts with a W. I'm assuming that that's their water bottle. And it looks like they've got a fan, like a hand fan in there. So girls, you guys were my first place winners. Good work. Awesome. And my second place winners is, let's just see here, a bag, a bowl, toilet paper, something that begins with W. Okay, I don't know what begins with W and something that begins with F. I do see the F. Okay, so let's see. Who is this? Lucas and Abby. Lucas and Abby, what is it in your picture that starts with the letter W? You guys let me know. Because I see the fork for F, backpack, toilet paper, bowl, but what else is in here that I'm missing? Let me know. And if you guys let me know, then that means you guys are my second place winners. Awesome. There's a Lego piece that's a wheel. Oh, yeah. Okay, I do see that. I wasn't sure if that was just a speck on the carpet. Okay, awesome. Good work, guys. So Lucas and Abby, you guys are our second place winners, and Maya and Chris, you guys are our first. So Maya and Carissa, what do you guys want? Do you guys want the rainbow loom? I know Maya's really into rainbow loom. So is that it, girls? Do you guys get to pick first? So you guys can choose between this, Maya and Carissa, and then Lucas and Abigail. You guys get to pick something too. And I'm wondering if I have something that I could get both of you guys. So Maya and Carissa, you guys let me know what you guys want. And Abby and Lucas, you guys let me know what you guys want too. Abby and Lucas, I can connect with your mom and we can try and find something else. Okay. Josiah is here. Good morning, Josiah. Awesome that you're joining us. Okay, so guys, that's out of the way. We are going to jump into our Bible story, and I want to do it right away so that we have time at the end for me to tell you guys what we're going to be doing next week for our game. And I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I want us to have lots of time to talk about it today after our church. Can we pick something else only because Carissa wants the rainbow band? Can we pick something else? Okay, girls, I'll message your mom, okay? So we can figure it out, okay? So let's jump into our Bible story. And we're gonna jump in right away. So actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give you guys 30 seconds for you guys to use your wiggly fingers to type. You guys can type your little emojis as long as it's appropriate. You have 30 seconds. But by the time that the clock gets to 8 seconds, you should probably stop typing. Because when we close the chat, as soon as Leader Abigail says chat is closed and any other messages come in, I'm going to start timing us. And that is the time that I'm going to take away from next week when we get to play our game. Okay, so we don't want time taken away for our games. We want to be able to play them all together. So you guys have time to do your emojis. You have 30 seconds, and then we'll come back. Okay. All right. So here we go. Are you guys ready? All right. 30 seconds start now. Go, go, go. Sorry, Chris got all the happy faces. Hi, Andy and Cynthia. Okay, there we go. We got some. Good morning, Megan. Hi. Cell phone. See, cell phone, printer, laughing face. Shh, laughing face. Cell phone. Should stop. Okay, so Leader Abigail's gonna say chat is closed now. And then as soon as that comes up, we should stop, okay? There we go, they're still coming in. Okay, chat is closed, so now I'm gonna wait. Good work, guys. That was pretty good. Not as great as last time, but that was pretty good. Good job, guys. As soon as Leader Abigail wrote the other one, you guys were good. So that's great. All right, are you guys ready? Let's jump into our Bible story so we can talk about our game at the end, okay? Here we go. Ready to learn about Jesus.
Hi, everybody. I'm Erica. Who's up for a game of Brain Drain? The rules to this one are very simple. Use every single part of your brain to get your team to guess the answers to the questions. You're my team! So you've got to guess the answers. That's your responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Okay, this first question is knowledge-based. So you're going to need to use this part of your brain you use for intense thinking. What is 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 minus 16? You have 10 seconds. Go! Carry the 1. Okay, time's up! Here's the answer. 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 minus 16 is 8! Did you get the answer? Huh? Who got it? I'm going to say you did. Next question. Okay, so this is an artistic question. You'll need that creative part of your brain right here. Using the enclosed clay and drawing pad, get your team to guess the following phrase. Okay, I can do this. Go! Huh? What? What? Do you get it? It's a dime a dozen. A dime a dozen. A dime a dozen. That's the phrase that means something is so common you can pretty much find it anywhere. It's a dime a dozen. We're rich, I tell you. We're rich.
Let's do another one.
Ooh! This one's a performance card.
I like this one.
It uses that part of your brain that gives you courage. Right. Here to act on stage or sing. Here goes. Get your team to guess the following animal. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just look silly. In today's story, we'll learn about a boss who put 3 servants in charge of bags of gold. Will the servants do something with what they're given or waste their opportunity? I'm not going to act like that animal. Stop wondering. Stop!
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 through 30.
When Jesus wanted to share truth with the people that followed him, he often would tell a parable, a story.
Here is what the kingdom of heaven will be like.
These parables used everyday situations to help people think and understand God's truth for themselves. One day in Jerusalem, Jesus wanted to share a story with his followers. If he told that same story today, it might sound something like this. There once was a man who created the world's most amazing energy bar.
Just one bite and I feel like I could leap tall buildings in a single bound. What is even in these?
If I told you, I'd have to leave you stranded on top of Mount Everest.
The man did such a good job of selling the energy bars, he soon became wealthy. Then one day, he got on a Zoom call with 3 of his top employees.
Zane, Ren, Murray.
Yes, sir.
Right here.
Murray,
Says he's here.
I don't hear him.
start your audio, Murray.
Oh, hey, just, I was finishing the movie.
I've called you together for an important purpose. I'm going offline.
You're what?
Completely screen-free. I'm going to travel the world for a while. Hike Everest, cross the Sahara, dive down to the Mariana Trench, miles beneath the ocean, all fueled by my energy bar, of course.
Dude, that is far out.
Literally.
The rich man had carefully studied his employees and knew what they can handle.
While I'm gone, I'm leaving you in charge of my money. Zane, I'm sending you an encrypted key to access my gold account with 5,000 credits.
Oh, excellent.
Ren, here's an encrypted key to access my silver account with 2,000 credits.
I'm on it.
Murray, check your inbox for an encrypted key to my bronze account with 1,000 credits.
That's it.
That's it. I'm going off the grid.
Immediately, Zane accessed the money from the gold account and put that money to work. He hired scientists and designers to create a suction shoe that would keep a rock climber from falling.
I call it the fly shoe.
The fly shoe sold as nearly as fast as the energy bar. Zane soon made his money back and more. Ren, meanwhile, made excellent use of the money in the silver account.
What does every adventurer need besides fuel and shoes? A friend.
So Ren invented a robotic hamster that could travel anywhere an explorer can go, from the highest of mountains to the deepest ocean trench. Soon, robotic adventure hamsters sold as fast as toilet papers. So that left only Murray, who sat looking at the bronze account on his computer screen.
Only 1,000. It's like he expects me to mess it up. Well, I'll show him. Ha!
So Murray took the money out in coins and stashed them in a giant bag. Then late one night, dug a hole in his backyard, stashed the bag inside, and covered it right back up.
Great. Now all I have to do is go back inside and watch Netflix.
After a very long time, the rich man returned from the wilds.
Ah, electricity, internet. I have returned to the grid. Please accept my meeting invite.
Zane and Ren hopped on the call immediately. Murray took a little longer.
Start your audio, Murray.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm excited to see how you've handled my money. Zane?
Through sales of the fly shoe, I've added 5,000 more credits to your gold account.
Well done. Good and faithful employee. You've been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share my happiness. Now, Ren.
My adorable traveling robotic hamsters have earned 2,000 more credits for your silver account.
Well done. Good and faithful employee. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share my happiness. So, Murray.
Yeah, hold on.
Murray reached down and held up a muddy sack. He spilled the coins across the desk.
How much is that?
1,000 credits.
That's what I gave you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I knew you're a tough businessman. You make money even where you haven't worked for it. I didn't want you getting mad, so I just buried the money. See? It's all safe.
Murray offered a weak smile, but instead of smiling back, the rich man went red in the face.
You lazy man. If you knew I can make money even when I haven't worked for it, you should have at least kept my money in the bank where it would have earned a little bit.
Sure.
The rich man turned to his personal assistant and ordered.
Take Murray's credits and give them to Zane, who already has 10,000 credits. Oh, and take Murray off my payroll immediately.
The message of Jesus' story was clear. If you are responsible for what you were given, you'll be given more. If you wasted it, you end up with nothing.
When Jesus told the story about the boss and the 3 servants, I think it was really a story about you and me. God is like the boss in the story, and we're the ones he entrusted with bags of gold. Okay, so maybe God didn't actually give you a bunch of gold, but you have definitely been given something. Each and every one of us has been uniquely created. We've been given unique talents and abilities. We use different parts of our brain. We are definitely not a dime a dozen. So it's up to us to actually use what God has trusted us with. We can't just bury it in the ground and let it go to waste. And I think it's even better if we use what he's given us to make a difference in the world, to love God and to love other people. So here's the rule for life to remember today. Make the most of what you've been given. So if you've got a talent for singing, then sing out loud and strong. If you're good at intense thinking, then think about how you can make the world a better place. And if you happen to have the talent for acting like a wild animal, then let it out of its cage every once in a while, even if it makes you look silly. Did you get it? You're right. It was a zebra. See you next time. I'm kidding. It was an elephant. A really good elephant, too. I wonder what part of the brain that was. This one? This one? This one? This one? Definitely this one.
There we go. Make the most of what you've been given. Now, guys, I gotta tell you, when I first read this parable and when I first read the story in the Bible, I was a little confused because I was thinking to myself when I read it, well, if God gave me something to protect, then I want to protect it and I want to keep it safe for him. So I think I would have buried it too. But after learning and understanding the story a little bit more, it's not that God gave them money for them to protect. God gave them the money because he thought that they could be responsible in making it multiply. And he wanted to see what they were going to do with the gift that he gave to them. He didn't want them to just bury it and keep it safe. And like Solomon said, we have to be responsible for whatever God has given us. God gives us some really, really crazy responsibilities. Sometimes he gives us the responsibility of being an older sibling and we've got a baby brother or a baby sister. Sometimes he gives us the responsibility of being the oldest person in our class, or he gives us the responsibility of being super, super fast. So we've got to be responsible for making sure that we're running and we're keeping everybody in the team. But whatever God has given us and whatever he wants us to be responsible for, he's trusting us with it and he wants us to make it multiply. So when I first read the story, I was like, hey, what the heck? Why when we dig, why when that one servant dug and kept the money safe, was God upset? But God gave those servants the money because he wanted to see them do good with them. And we see that the other two did great things with them. They made the money double. And that's what God wants. He's given all of us responsibilities and gifts that he wants us to use. He doesn't want us to just bury them and keep them only for ourselves. If you're a really good reader and that's your gift, use it. If you're a really good writer and you love writing things down and creating worlds in your mind, then use that talent. If you're really awesome at playing basketball, then use that talent. God has given that to you. So we've got to find ways to be responsible for the things that God has given us. So let's take a look at our bottom line. Here's the one thing to remember this week, friends. Make the most of whatever you've been given. And some of us have been given lots, and some of us have not been given that much. Some of us maybe we're very, very privileged and we've got a lot of things and we're really blessed and we've got our own room and we've got all these things and we have a lot that we can make the most of. Some of us don't have those things. Some of us share a room, or some of us some of us don't have all the things that all of our friends around school or at church have, but God, that doesn't matter to God. He wants to see you using what you have to make a bigger difference. And that's what we're learning about today, friends. So be responsible for what you have and make the most out of what you've been given. So what are you guys going to make the most out of this week? The responsibilities that you've been given this week, what are you going to do? If you're an older sibling and you have the responsibility of being the oldest one in the house, how are you going to use that responsibility for good and making the most out of it? If you're a younger sibling, if you're the youngest one in the house and that's your responsibility, how are you going to make sure that you're using that for good? Think about that, friends. But while you think about that, I have our new game and I'm really, really excited about it. So this is how it's going to work. And because I know almost all of you guys in the chat, I know everybody's names. We can do it from the chat, but if you don't get time to do it on the chat, you can also email me, okay? So this is what's going to happen. Every single week, I am going to call one person on the phone. I'm going to call them on my cell phone. And I'm going to call them. You don't know who I'm calling. They don't know if I'm calling them. I'm going to randomly call someone and they're going to have to pick up the phone and say, hello, and answer the phone. And I'm going to say, well, and it has to be their mom and dad's phone. So you guys have to ask your parents permission if you can play this game. If you don't ask your parents permission and they don't let you play the game, then you can't play, okay? Because I don't want your parents to be like, who is this? And I'm like, it's Leader Stephanie. And they're like, why is Leader Stephanie calling me? Your parents have to know what's going on. So I'm going to call you on the phone and I'm going to say, hi, is Ariana and Josiah and Aaliyah there? And their parents are going to be like, okay, 1 second. And then they're going to go get them. And then they're going to answer the phone. And I'm going to ask them a question about today's Bible story or about the memory verse. Either it's going to be about today's Bible story, the bottom line, which is what I said, make the most of what you've been given. Or, so the Bible story, the bottom line, or the memory verse. And I'm going to call and be like, Ariana and Josiah and Aaliyah, what's our memory verse for this month? And they're going to be like, and then they're going to be like, oh, suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke 16:10. And I'm going to be like, woo, winner, winner, chicken dinner. You guys are the winners. And then they're going to get a prize. And that is how you're going to get the prize. So friends, we're going to do this game for a couple of weeks and see how it goes. Now, if you want to play the game, if you want me to call you, you don't need to put your phone up. Don't put your phone number in. Guys, do not put your phone number in the chat, but just say, we want to play. And you have to make sure that you ask your parents. Don't put in, we want to play without asking your parents, okay? So whoever wants to play, say, we want to play, and I'm going to keep track of that, and I'm going to put your numbers in a random, something random, and then I'm going to pick someone every single week, okay? So make the most of whatever you've been given, okay? So all you have to do is, we want to play. Okay, so I've got a couple people. Awesome. Great. Okay, so we've got James is going to play, Ruben and Levin are going to play, the Weirds are going to play, the Wrights are going to play, Zoe and Naomi are going to play, Solomon's going to play. You can call Marilyn So. Perfect. Okay, we got a lot of people that are going to play. That's exciting. So I'm going to call one person. You guys got to be watching church. You've got to know your memory verse, and you've got to know the bottom line. Because if you don't know them, and if you don't have the answer, then I'm going to have to call somebody else. I'm going to call another person on the phone. So you got to make sure you're listening and you're following the Bible story, because that's the most important thing. If you're not following along, then when I call, you're going to be like, I don't know. And then I'm going to have to call somebody else. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm super excited. Yay. Lots of you guys are going to join. That's awesome. Okay. We want to play. Awesome. Great, great, great. So we're going to screenshot your names. And for the most part, I'm going to play Abraham. For the most part, I think I know everybody on here. So that's great. Great. Okay. And if you're on here, or if you have a friend that wasn't on here this week and you think, oh, my friend's going to really want to play this, then you can let them know. And all you guys got to do is just email and say, hey, we want to play on Sunday. Just send us an email and we'll make sure that you're on my list too. Okay. And the list is random. It's going to be completely random. So you have to watch every single week, and you have to be online every week. So you know when I'm calling, because if you're not on and I call you and you don't answer, I'm going to go to somebody else. Okay. All right, guys, I got to run. Junior highs have to go. Pastor O'Shea's here. He's ready to meet with the junior highs. I'm so excited to play this game with you guys. Love you all. And he needs to know the Bible verse, the bottom line, and what we learned this week. So I'm just going to ask one of those questions. I'm going to be like, hey, what's the memory verse for this month? What's the bottom line? And we'll talk about the bottom line every single week. What's the bottom line? And what did we learn this week? So you could say, oh, we learned that about the 3 people who had money and God gave them the responsibility. So in their own words, okay? Let me pray really quick. That's right. Look at Pastor O'Shea being distracted. I'm going to pray really quick, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you for today, God. And thank you for showing us that you have given us some things to be responsible for. Whether you have given us a lot to be responsible for or a little to be responsible for, God, you want us to use them and to multiply and to use our gifts for good. So God, I pray that this week, as we go into this week, we remember that. We remember what it means to hold those responsibilities and to make them multiply and to use them for good, God, for you, Lord. So God, I thank you for today. I thank you for this lesson. Father, I pray for Naomi and Zoe's guinea pig. I think that they said, Lord, there's so many things that people have mentioned, God, uncles and aunts and parents, God. I just pray just a blanketed prayer, Father, for everyone who needs prayer, God. Even before our prayers leave our mouth, you know them, God. So we just pray that you are with us and that we can pray to you whenever we're feeling sad or low, God. So I thank you for today. I pray a blessing over all the children. Keep them safe this week. In your name we pray. And all God's children said, Amen. Amen. Love you guys. See you later.